contribute, especially the players off the bench today. I thought they were awesome.
Coming into tonight, Coach Williams had been big on playing a complete game for 40 minutes. And how does it feel for you guys? You guys had your best quarter in the third when you guys had 22 points. What does it mean for you guys to really take over in the second half and fulfill what you've been talking about?
I think we proved to ourselves that we can do it. There was definitely some stretches where we let up. We had a 10-point lead, 12-point lead, and we got it back down to 3. And that's where we need to really step on the gas. And I think that being able to come out in the third and then push again in the fourth was really important for us, and it's good going forward. So.
You had 5 offensive rebounds in the fourth quarter alone. What was that stretch like for you? And how you felt it kind of set the tone and close that game out?
It was definitely an energy booster, and like I said, offensive rebounds just kind of deflate the defense. And rebounding is something that I bring to the table, and I was going into the second half, I think, with 0 rebounds, and my coach told me that I needed to get at least 6, so that was kind of one of my challenges. I don't know. How many did I have?
Yay!
I think you had 3 on one play. So. During defensively in the second half, do you think you guys committed to doing anything better than you had in the first half?
Yeah, I think so. Just kind of what Jazz was saying, coming out of the second quarter, going into halftime, we had that stretch, where it was honestly unacceptable the way that we finished that quarter. And so coming out to the third quarter, our coach really emphasized us locking in on those things that we need to lock in on. So yeah, and then just what Jazz said too, going into that fourth quarter, it was really important for us to have those defensive stops. So.
Felt like Purdue was kind of disrupted defensively for a few stretches, a lot of poking the ball loose. How'd you guys kind of work through that?
Yeah, we had to just make sure it didn't deflate us. They're a really good defensive team that they switched up a lot. We didn't know what they were going to come out with us. Sometimes they played full game zone. Sometimes they hedge ball screen. Sometimes they ice it. They tend to do a lot of different things, and I think that we were able to do well. I think that there was possessions there where we turned the ball over, and it was honestly our own doing half the time. But they're a really good defensive team, and credit to them.
Darren, has it felt like a long time since you guys won a game?
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's our next challenge, though, is learning how to fight and win on the road. And I think that there's a lot to learn from home games, but we need to learn how to carry that on the road.
Jazz, Lex kind of carried in the first half. I think at one point she had her hands on 17 of 23 points, or maybe 19 of 25, something like that, including that punch-out basket in transition to you on that 3. Could you talk about how important that was and maybe what you were thinking when that ball found its way to you in the corner?
Lex is incredible. I mean, we're going to go to her as much as we can. And she was the hot hand. And she does a really good job of knowing when it's her time. And I think that they started to really push her out and try and double team and send a whole bunch at her in the second half. And she was a facilitator, and she kept posting up, she kept working. That's what makes her an incredible player. And then she can do those tip outs, which was kind of sweet. Highlight of the day, I think.
All right, anything else, guys? Okay, Coach Williams will be in a minute.
Thank you.
Thank you.
questions?
Okay, yeah, we're thrilled to be back at home, excited to be back in the win column, and we knew it was going to be an incredibly tough game every single night in this league. It's just tough challenges and presents, different challenges, and I thought that it was going to take a more complete ball game and a team effort, and with 5 people producing double figures for us, different people kind of carrying us at different times throughout that game and finding ways to contribute. I thought we got that team effort. Rutgers made a couple of really good runs, I thought, right there to end the first half to kind of draw it back to a 3-point ball game. That's something we've been trying to work on, so we were not thrilled with that, but we did some things really well in the second half, including crashing the glass a little bit better that allowed us to secure a win here.
Kind of as you mentioned, every player grabbed at least one rebound. I'm sure that was something you were happy with.
Yeah, I mean, I was thrilled with that. I think at halftime we saw that they had 4 offensive rebounds and we had 2, and it wasn't because we were making every shot we were taking and there were no rebounds to be had. So that was something that we gently reminded them at halftime that needed to be a focus, and I thought Natalie Potts really sparked us there, took that to heart, came out with 5 second half offensive rebounds and just a special effort on the boards, and kind of it's contagious. I really feel like it is. When one of our players sees their teammates laying it out there on the line, then the rest of them want to follow suit.
What are some of the aggressive plays that Kendall Moriarty is making? What is that adding to the team right now?
Yeah, I mean, just huge sparks that we've gotten out of her both of our last 2 home games here, and I think she brings something to our team that really nobody else has, just like really good size and length, but explosiveness and an ability to get downhill. And I think she's been playing with more confidence and trying to find those opportunities to be able to make those types of plays for our team and be solid. So that's been a huge spark for us. It was in our Michigan home win, and it was again here today in this one over Purdue.
What do Alexis Markowski and Jessica Petrie bring as passers in the front court? I mean, they had some great assists tonight. So what does that bring to the offense?
Yeah, well, I can assure you that we don't work on the full court tip out pass that Lex had to Jazz. That's not something that we practice regularly, so that's on Lex and that's all her. But I think that Lex has really worked hard on just becoming a better passer, and just little things like her footwork when she's trying to make passes and being patient to make the right decisions. And I think Jessica Petrie, that's something that she came to us with, is just a really good feel and knack for being able to find cutters and just a good passing post player.
What was the thought process in tweaking the lineup a little bit?
Yeah, just some things, trying to shake some things up, gain some confidence, get people, our team off to a better start offensively, but also putting some of our better players into positions in our rotation to be able to finish quarters a little bit better. And so trying to see if we can't tweak some things to be able to accomplish those things, because it's been a little bit of a sore thumb, I guess, maybe with our team this year, is just, having some slow starts or not finishing quarters the way we wanted to. So we thought we'd maybe try to see if we could get some rotations a little bit different, to where we had some different lineups, and just see where it goes.
What do you feel has been kind of the biggest factor when you've had those end of quarter struggles sometimes?
Yeah, I think part of it is we maybe are offensively not necessarily sticking to, our plan as far as what we want to do. We're taking maybe some quicker shots than we would like, not hunting the paint the way that we would want to, and then those quick shots are kind of leading to some runouts, and then just, we've been working really hard on being able to manage the clock and possessions, and trying to play, 2-for-1s, or, can we hold for the last? How can we execute down the stretch? Those kinds of things, and so it's been something that's been a focus for us, and we're continuing to work.
Well, I mean, you had 5 individual players in double-digit points tonight. Just how important was that for you guys on the court?
Yeah, I think that balance is just always going to be important. I think if we start becoming kind of one-dimensional or two-dimensional, then people will continue to just bury in and double on Lex and pound it in and make life very difficult for Jazz with packing drive lanes and things. So our ability to get contributions all over the place where people are having to worry about points coming from everywhere makes people play us a little more honest, and that's an important factor for us and our team is to get those contributions from others.
Anything else, Coach Williams? Okay.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night. Thank you.